All right, my beautiful friends, we have to talk. We really do. And I think we're going to have to start talking to the bird. Why the bird? I have no idea. Why not the bird? I mean, we are living in fantasy land of a truly unnatural, supernatural, I can't even, look, I have no words. Let me just start off with the basics here. As I am doing this video blog, stocks are off to the races. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up about 345 points. Now, we got not one, but two, at least two, and I'm going to cover that in a second, rounds of abysmal economic news. That, in this environment, is stock market positive. There's no doubt about it. We heard from Fed Chair Powell, we're going to talk about that in a second, who is very dovish and is promising to support this market no matter what happens. That's also playing into this. And then, of course, we got another story floated out that China wants to talk. That one thing was enough to push stock futures up over 200 points. So I'm going to read a few things to you because it's just too much. So let's start off with this. So there was a story floated out again for the 1,000th time. It might even be more than that. That U.S.-China trade talks might happen or whatever it might be, something along those lines. No specifics whatsoever, but that was enough to push stock futures up over 200 points. Stocks opened up higher, over 200 points, and again, as I am doing this, stocks are up about 345 with regard to the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It never fails. Just the mention that, without any specifics whatsoever, just the floating out of a little story that perhaps, China wants to talk trade. I mean, for the millionth time. Stocks, they get off on it. It's like another hit of drugs for a split second. Like a little euphoria. So we find out the Purchasing Manufacturing Index, which is an indicator on a month-to-month indicator on economic activity, just dropped to its lowest level from September 2009. Abysmal economic news, but it's stock market positive. I know how. Ask the bird. The bird will tell you. I don't hear anything. He's dumbfounded. And then we get this one. You ready? U.S. factory orders fall. Their largest drop in 2 years. Again, what does this mean? It means the Fed has got to backstop the market, and they're going to. Now, right here. This is unbelievable. Please look this up. Don't take my word for anything I say. I want you to look this stuff up on your own. Fed Chair Powell said he is leaving a door open for unconventional measures to prop everything up. What is he saying? Unconventional. Pretty simple. Quantitative easing, just like I said yesterday. And like I said yesterday, you will be forced to bail out these banks. Let me close this real quick. So look, we might as well ask the bird, because again, this is a twisted environment. So much so that we got to look to cartoon characters and invented things just to get a handle on it. But it's just so simple. The worse economic news we get, the more euphoric the stock market is going to get, because it understands now that Fed Chair Powell is saying that quantitative easing is coming. Well, pretty much nothing is going to matter here. And a rate cut is being priced into this market. So, again, although the U.S. 10-year yield is 2.12 last time I just looked, a rate cut, like I explained to you, will normalize the yield curve to a certain degree. And the fact, again, and I've covered this last week for a while now, that the promise of a rate cut, more quantitative easing, the fact that you and me will be forced to backstop anything, bailouts, bail-ins, you name it, very stock market positive. Look, I don't know what to say anymore, but we are really in an interesting spot here, people. So again, as usual, if you think this video is important, please share it, get it out there. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the show, enjoy the fake markets, the propaganda, the lies, the falsehoods. I mean, it's not going to stop. And I know a lot of people are getting fed up beyond, and I got you on that. And you want this market to normalize. You want things to correct to fair value. Yeah, all we want, I understand that, is a real market. Not one that's that's driven by fake stories, propaganda, falsehoods, and lies. That's what we want. And we're not going to get it. We are not going to get it. Well, I don't know when we're going to get it. It's really, even the bird doesn't know. Bird. I don't know. Where do I come up with this stuff? I have no idea. Some kind of comic relief is, I think, indicated at times like these. Wouldn't you agree? This guy loves you a lot. See you at the end of the day. Wow.